Hey everyone, it's Final Round, and my name is Jordan, and we are on to Saturday's game of slate. Some big college football games going on too. Hopefully, the Buckeyes can pull off a win against Penn State. But we have a lot of teams that are going to be on a back-to-back. I'll get into that. You will see images that come up on the screen about right here. That'll be from a data app called Outlier. There's a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So I have a couple of picks because there's a few games with lines out right now, and then there are a lot of teams on the back-to-backs where they have not released the lines out. So definitely check the pinned comment. There will be added plays to that throughout the day. There will definitely be more than just the two picks in this video for a big slate like this. We have this big slate. We have a couple games on Sunday, and then we have another huge slate right before Election Day, which there will be no games, it looks like. So teams on a back-to-back to talk about are Cleveland will be on the road versus the fresh Bucks. And the Bucks are actually 2-point favorites. I'm not going to pick Cleveland because I don't want to jinx it, but Cleveland, last time they played on a back-to-back, of course, it was against Washington. They still won by almost 20 points on that back-to-back. Just saying, Bucks are a 2-point favorite against Cleveland, who is 6-0. You think about that on your own. The Celtics and the Hornets, they're going to play again. They just played, and like I have mentioned previously, teams that played the same team back to back, you're typically not going to get the same exact results. Sometimes you do when it's just really bad defense all around. But the Celtics, they look like they figured it out a little bit near the end there, so you could be looking at a potential blowout instead of the Hornets putting up a fight most of the time. So just something to keep an eye on with that one. I wouldn't go too crazy, especially if like LaMelo Ball's line gets inflated, which I took him in this matchup because it was lowered, but if he gets inflated, maybe you want to fade, in a back-to-back playing the Celtics twice where they get the game plan more against you. It's something I'd stay away from. The Kings will be on the road against the Raptors, who will also be on a back-to-back. This is an interesting one, just trying to think of the matchups. Obviously, there's a lot of scoring to go around here between RJ Barrett would be a good option. And Jakob Poeltl's been playing very well. He just had a really good game against the Lakers. That's going to be one I'm definitely going to keep an eye on for some lines. Even though they're both going to be on a back-to-back, the team going on the road on the back-to-back might be the one that I just stay away from. But we'll see. Timberwolves will be on the road against a fresh Spurs team. Timberwolves playing the Nuggets right now as I'm filming. That's a big game. Putting a lot of heart into that game. Then they have to go on the road to play against the Spurs. May not be as motivated. We'll see. And a note with that one, Rudy Gobert is actually Wemby's mentor. They're both from France. So you check history there and see how he's played against him. The Nuggets will be at home against a fresh Jazz team. When I see the Jazz, I think assist. And definitely Jokic assists is one I'm automatically going to be looking for. See how high that one is. Blazers will be on the road against the fresh Sun team. The Sun, I don't really trust many of them. Their lines are always really high, and they just have to play their best game just to get over it. I like lines where a guy can play, maybe just like an above average game and then he hits it. But when the lines are super high and they have to play their best game to hit it, and they know people are still going to take the overs just because the name is like Kevin Durant or something like that. Those are just ones I like to stay away from. And the Blazers, there's no one on a back-to-back that I'm going to be too crazy for, so I might just stay away from that game. And then the Thunder will be on the road versus a fresh Clippers. Obviously, James Harden rebounds or assist. Definitely assist. Something to look at being fresh there. He had a huge game last game when it came to the rebounds and assist. So just some things to think about with those matchups. So I'm going to get into the few picks that I have. So my first pick will be, never mind. My first pick will be Ja Morant over 7.5 assists minus 135. This was at 6.5 last time. It got bumped up to 7.5. It did not matter. His points is at 22.5. He got off to a really hot start last game and then kind of slowed down. And watching the game, when you think of guys like Ja Morant, you can't put him in the category of someone like Jalen Green, or just the guys who just put their head down and just go to the basket and score a ton. When I was watching Ja Morant play, whenever he was driving to the basket, he had his head up and he was looking for his teammates first, and he was doing an amazing job at finding them. Whenever they cut to the basket, he was hitting them on point. Ja Morant is a great passer. So yeah, he's a great scorer as well. He only played 29 minutes, I believe, with Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart out, and he had 25 potential assists. They want to play fast this season, and he was even getting a rebound, throwing it down the court, getting an assist really quickly. They're getting the ball and they're just sprinting, and if he has a guy who he can give the ball to for a lob or something like that, he's getting it to him quickly. Ja Morant he's just a great passer. He's a great scorer. So he's gone over this in 4 out of 5 games this year. You see it on the screen. Every single time he's gone over is 10 plus assists. The double line is not out yet, but I imagine it'll be plus money. So that could be a sneaky play to go to for him for a double. And he does rebound really well, but I'm not sure how consistent that's going to be with his rebounding and how high they put his rebound line at. But I definitely like this assist line. I just like it when a guy absolutely just crushes a line over and over again, and not just barely goes over it. And if you didn't know, Bane takes a lot of shots and has a ton of usage. So when you take him away, you have Ja Morant, who gets a ton of usage. And then another sneaky play where the lines aren't out yet is Scottie Pippen Jr. His points line could be a pretty good one to look at. If you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You just put a 2 for November 2nd, and that helps get the video out there for more people to see. Thank you to anyone that does comment, and I appreciate all the comments and well wishes for baby Luca, who is making his arrival soon, very quickly. And a lot of people are like, oh no, he's going to be changing diapers. I did see a comment about he's going to be changing diapers and not going to be able to make videos. I'm going to give 4 months paid leave. So you might actually see a lot more content for 4 months than you normally see. I'll have a lot more time to dig into stuff. So could be fun. We could see some pretty cool stuff during that time. And also, if you'd like to get away from Prizepicks and try out something with better odds, better lines, more lines, try out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FINDAROUND11 on any of these. I'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description for those, and it's always great just to have multiple apps. Definitely get to deposit match, but you can also compare lines and get the better payouts, because if you're just stuck with Prizepicks, and you could be getting a better payout on something else. Or if you're looking for a line that you really like, or like a prop that you really like that you've seen people taking, but it's just not on Prizepicks because they don't offer it, there's a good chance it's on one of the other ones. So just something to think about. So this final pick, well, not final, this is the second pick, and then I'm going to have some in the pinned comment. The second pick is going to be Alperen Sengun over 10.5 rebounds plus 100. He's gone over in 4 out of 5 games this season. He is averaging 25 rebound chances a game this season. So normally with rebound chances, you kind of cut it in half. So we're looking at around, 12 and a half. Over his last 6 home games, he's averaging 15 rebounds a game. And what I really like about this play is the Warriors and the Rockets are in the top 3 for the lowest amount of points given up. They are playing great defense on both sides, and with great defense comes great misses, which comes rebound opportunities, and we should see a lot of them there. So not just Sengun. Take a look at some other guys. Podziemski, he's a very good rebounding guard. I had an eye on his line at 5.5. It's just with Wiggins coming back, I don't know how many minutes he's going to get. If he gets around 30 minutes, he could have a really good chance for his rebounds. There's just a lot of guys. Jalen Green's been rebounding really well from the shooting guard position. I just think there's going to be a lot of missed shots to go around in this one. Sengun's been crushing this line, and like I said, I like guys who are just crushing the line. It's at plus 100. I imagine this payout's going to drop overnight, so we'll see how that goes. And then I think the Ja Morant one might get bumped up the more people take it. So 2 picks, and then I'll add some to the pinned comment. And if you would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. Hop on in there, talk about college football, talk about NFL, talk about basketball, talk about I was going to say WNBA. Talk about esports always going on. People are always betting Korean baseball. It's like the season goes on all year long. Tennis, racing, all that stuff. There's people talking about it. So it's free. I'd love to see you join. It's not going to turn to a premium or anything like that. And as far as the recap goes, I normally recap 2 days before. I already know the outcome for 4 of the picks on Friday night, but I will be recapping those tomorrow. Those actually did pretty well, so I'm feeling good about that. But a couple days ago was not good. I had Luka Doncic over 8.5 rebounds. He had 1 rebound going in the halftime. Just unmotivated. Did not want to get rebounds. And then I had a few plays with the Milwaukee Bucks. Dame had some really good games going into that one. Giannis had a couple. The matchup was for Giannis, but Dame had just been playing so well. So I went with Dame, and he did awful. Giannis did everything he could. They look like they don't like playing with each other. That one missed. And I had Gary Trent Jr. over threes made, 1.5 threes. He had made it 100% on the season. He was averaging around 5.5 attempts a game, knocking down those 2 every single game. He takes 7 shots in this one and misses every single one of them. And I'm just like, wow. This was supposed to be a really good matchup here against the Memphis Grizzlies with Marcus Smart out. That's why I picked Dame, because Marcus Smart was going to be out. And he's a defensive guard for them. So, there's going to be a lot of scoring for the Bucks, and they were just awful. I'm saying it again in a second video, but this is the recap for this one. I did have a parlay with Dame and Sengun rebounds. Sengun crushed his rebounds. Dame didn't get the points, obviously. And I had Morant 4 assists at 6.5 before the bump, and that one hit really easily. So that day, it takes me off a little bit. Just seeing the effort of some of these guys and watching the Bucks play. I don't want to watch another Bucks game unless it's the Cavaliers playing against them. It just was not fun to watch at all. Ja Morant was actually fun to watch, and he's back. I can't wait until he gets up to the 35 plus minute range where he was at. He's gonna be putting up some crazy good numbers. So that one wasn't great, but I do know Friday night was pretty solid. So I'm gonna get this edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's Final Round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.